now for the biggest stories of the week. Michael and Zainab, watch the clip. Tell me what's the story.
Oh, that's that lady that everybody hates. Dear Diary, I'm going to yell at the senators, and no, you're not. So this week, Pam Bondi, who is our Attorney General of the United States, appeared before the Senate. And rather than answer questions, she just yelled at senators all day.
On Tuesday, Attorney General Pam Bondi testified before the Senate Judiciary Committee. It did not go well. How many illegal immigrants does Pam Bondi say are in Chicago?
1 trillion.
1,000,000,001.
Here she is.
How many illegal immigrants are in Chicago?
Ooh.
Does anybody know?
I do, countless.
You say countless. But if it's countless, what the fuck are you looking for? What are you doing?
Can we just acknowledge that 1,000,000,001 was the closest to countless?
This week, Pam Bondi, she went before the Senate committee and girl bossed too close to the sun. Because the Democrats insisted on asking Pam about her pesky little problem of White House border czar Tom Homan and the alleged $50,000 bribe. Here's Senator Pete Welch asking what sounds like a question nobody could get mad at.
Is there a tape that has audio and video of the transfer of the 50,000?
You would have to talk to Director Patel about that.
No, I'm talking to you.
I don't know the answer, Senator.
Yeah, you do know the answer to that.
Don't call me a liar.
I didn't call you a liar.
You just said I know the answer. I said I don't know the answer.
Well,
you have to talk to Director Patel.
I'm happy to call her a liar. She's lying. She's a liar.
He asked a question about something illegal. She said, don't talk to me. Ask Kash Patel, who works for the FBI. The FBI works for the Department of Justice. That means he answers to somebody. Who does Kash Patel answer to?
I feel like this is a trick question.
Is it Pam Bondi?
Yes! Ronald McDonald should know what Grimace is doing. Now, the Tom Homan questions came to a head when Adam Schiff attempted to just straight out ask whether Homan took the money.
In case I just didn't hear you, what is the answer? Did he take the money?
Senator Schiff, that happened prior to my confirmation as
I understand,
Attorney
but
General.
do you know
I said that.
The American people should be able to see that video or audio tape. Will you support that request?
Will you apologize to Donald Trump
So
for
I
trying
guess,
to impeach
I guess the
him?
answer.
Tom Homan took that money. Now, of all the clips that we've shown you so far of Pam Bondi, have y'all noticed something interesting at all about how she prepares before she answers each question?
She'd be shuffling them papers like 3-card Monte. Yeah.
Do you look more or less prepared when you shuffle through papers before answering a question?
I liked it. Every time she shuffled the papers, I really thought she's gonna find what she's looking for. That's tricky.
Pam Bondi was shuffling and shuffling. Please just watch. That's how I'd be at Cheesecake Factory. I'd just be turning pages and turning pages. You're preparing to go before Congress and go, yes, I will tell you the truth. What would you put in your folder?
You know, I doodle, so it's probably gonna be like a bunch of hearts, you know, flowers, and then probably stuff I don't want to forget, like groceries that I have to pick up after I finish with the hearing.
Well, thankfully for all of us, there was a Reuters photographer with a camera with a pretty good lens. Jonathan Ernst got a picture of the notes, and they were basically just cheat sheets listing mean things to say to the senators. Baby, hold on, what's your name? Let me get to your shit real quick. I want you to watch this. Watch carefully. This is Senator Whitehouse asking an important question about the president and his involvement with some young women.
There's been public reporting that Jeffrey Epstein showed people photos of President Trump with half-naked young women. Have you seen any such thing?
You know, Senator Whitehouse, you sit here and make salacious remarks, once again trying to slander President Trump left and right, when you're the one who was taking money from one of Epstein's closest confidants, I believe, I could be wrong, correct me, Reid Hoffman.
If you have the file, the binder, filled with information, you should know whether or not he took money from Epstein's biggest supporter, right? Because White House then came out and said, yeah, that's not true at all.
At all. I know Reid Hoffman, that is not true at
Yeah.
all.
Senator, I don't know, but your mama's so ugly.
Let's look at the Sheldon White House page of Pam's burn book. It says, if he brings up Epstein, she should ask, quote, did you take money from Reid Hoffman?
Wow, her nails.
It does look like a big toe, though.
Yeah.
Now, if you missed that look to the burn book, don't worry, she does it again.
How many of those Treasury SARs did you or Director Patel investigate?
Senator, I'm not sure if you're concerned because you took money, I believe, did you, from Reid Hoffman?
Am I the only one here who does not have a clue who Reid Hoffman is?
Yes, he's a very well-known venture capitalist and investor and entrepreneur in Silicon Valley. He's a big Democratic donor.
Was he
and
an Epstein guy?
No.
Oh. Could he
I'm
just
sure
sue
he met
Pam
him.
Bondi?
Epstein was around a lot among technology people. Lots
Right.
of, I mean, I saw him at a party once from a distance.
You're on the list.
I know.
I thought she was.
Now, believe it or not, she had more in the book than just the name Reid Hoffman. Maybe you've also heard this non sequitur in the hearing.
You know, you're very concerned about money and people taking money, and you rail against dark money.
Wait a second, wait a
Yet
second.
you work with dark
Wait a
money
second.
groups all the time, Senator
Wait a
Whitehouse.
second.
She talked a lot about dark money in that clip, and senators taking dark money. What do you think was written in the book?
$ equals dark.
Quote, you rail against dark money, but you work with dark money groups.
She's not good off the dome. Like, if she was in 8 Mile in that scene with Eminem where people just had...
Oh, and Papa Doc?
Yeah, she would have lost. She would have got...
Everybody in the 313, put your hands up and follow me. Now, what else did Pam Bondi's Justice Department get themselves into this week?
They went into one of those funhouse mazes and they couldn't get out.
Oh, they indicted Letitia James.
On Thursday, a court indicted New York Attorney General Letitia James on 2 charges, bank fraud and false statements to a financial institution for a mortgage she took out to help her niece buy a home. And in the grand tradition of people indicted by Donald Trump on potentially made-up charges, James made a video.
He is forcing federal law enforcement agencies to do his bidding, all because I did my job as the New York State Attorney General. These charges are baseless.
Now, that's how you do a denial video. Vertical, good camera. She had captions on that thing. Go back to the James Comey. James Comey did a denial video last week. Shit looked like a cameo.